He says bothers me, Afghan. Yeah, I know what he is. Angel, love, do you call the IRA a movement?
Well, what I like to say is like the Irish people, they're not in favour of Sinn Féin at the moment. Sinn Féin are not doing the Irish people any favours. And
Sinn Féin,
exactly.
The IRA itself, I think, when it first started out, was a different thing to what it is now, and what it has been for the last maybe 40 years. But now, you know, that unfortunately, now that Sinn Féin actually has done no favours to the Irish at the moment, but they never did any favours to the British when they got into Parliament either. Because what they did was, like, when the British wanted to pass, when the British wanted to pass something like a law, they'd wait until like a Friday, and they'd get Sinn Féin in to actually push it through with them, because Sinn Féin doesn't usually go into Parliament. But that's what happened. And so, no, I mean, they're very detrimental to the Irish people at the moment. Very, you know. So, you know, the Irish, don't forget, voted to leave. And then what happened was there was a massive campaign because they couldn't cope with the vote, what they had. And they made them vote again. And then they spent millions, came in from Europe and all over the place. And people tried to actually take it to court. A lot of people tried to take it. But you see, this is the problem with the system. The system needs to be changed. You know, that's what needs to be changed. We need to get more decentralised. Government.
What's your opinion on this, James? Continue.
I was going to ask. I was going to say with regard to the IRA. Yeah, I've been informed. I wouldn't say I'm an authority, but I've been informed that there are many factions, right? So some people, some people regard the Sinn Féin as the political wing, but then you got IRA, new IRA, so on and so forth. So I would imagine that there's some people that wouldn't even accept that they are. They would say that they're in the British. They're in the British pockets, or Britain's in their pockets.
Shut your mouth, James. Shut your mouth, James. We all know who's been talking to you, yeah?
Sinn Féin is in the British pockets, and it's totally detrimental to the, you know, to Ireland, the people of Ireland, at the moment. That's what my opinion is. Yeah.
And I've heard that again. I haven't even been to Ireland, so I wouldn't be able to comment. But I've heard that. But what the reason I made the point was, I'll say the issue that we have now is, even if we were to accept that they're all terrorist movements, Hezbollah, Hamas, whatever, IRA, the issue I would have is, we clearly have government support for Syrian army, rebel organizations, ISIS, organizations, rebel organizations.
We don't have support for ISIS. What are you on about?
Wendy, it's a known fact that created ISIS.
Joe Biden has spoken. Joe Biden has
created it. We don't support it. We don't support ISIS. No. Yeah. Bye, James.
What is this? What sort of
It's just something new. Yeah.
Bombing hotels?
You know, bombing centres
in
Enniskillen.
You have to look at the big picture. If you're talking about the IRA when it first started, you know, I mean, don't forget Ireland had gone through 800 years.
Are you talking back in the days of Collins?
Yeah, like Collins. Yeah.
Are you talking back in the days of Collins? Well, it's different then, love. It's totally different. They had a reason.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But also, you know, like...
no, that was totally different, you know. Yeah.
See, that's the argument I had with Fat Pat the other day, because he was like trying to... Because everybody's got this image in their head of the IRA, of what happened in England, you know what I mean, with the bombs and all that in the sort of 70s, 80s. And, you know... He wants to push that forward, you know, to perpetuate this, you know, this.
No.
Where it is, but you know, like obviously when Collins was doing it.
No, what happened is that you've got like two, haven't you? Yeah. Yeah.
Well, yeah, because they're bad, but it's the same. But it's the same.
Well, who killed Collins? The Angelmoon.
It's quite the same as ISIS, isn't it? You know, because like. Well, I don't know if it was Al Qaeda or there was some group that the Americans paid for to defeat the Russians in Afghanistan, and that's how they're killed.
No, that was Afghan.
Afghan.
Who was it that America sided with? Who was it?
That was the Arab Mujahideen, which later became Al Qaeda. They were the Afghan Mujahideen.
Yeah, and the Americans paid for them to try and defeat the Russians. Is that right?
No, not the Russians, the Soviet Union and the Afghan government. Just Russia.
Yeah, and then that's how they've formed. I mean, Hillary Clinton's on film, more or less, saying it.
Yeah.
Admitting it. We created them, she said. When she was in one of these, like, Congress, when it wasn't to do with the emails, but it was to do with, I think, Benghazi or something. And, I mean, this is the problem that we have. We still, I mean, I know we have to vote this next time, but voting really does no good because obviously Brexit's proved that. And it's the same with, like, what's happening in America. I mean, what's happening in Britain is mirroring what's happening in America, isn't it?
Well, you know what?
It's just mirroring.
So are you saying that the island voted to leave? Oh.
Ireland voted to leave, and they were made to vote again. Yeah.
I'm just really concerned over this obsession by Hassan of you. Just constantly chasing
Of who? Of me?
Hassan. Yeah.
Oh, I wouldn't worry about it.
He's always trying to bully you. Yeah. Why don't we bring his mum on the panel?
You can't bully me.
So we can call... No. Let's bring his mum on the panel and let's call her Bendy and fucking Ismaili, little Shia and all that. You know what I mean? Just got no respect, the youth, man, honestly.
Yeah.
It's sad, man. Maybe carry on, guys. Carry on.